What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. The E-Bmx is back out. This is probably the fourth video I've made with this configuration. Well, not really with the forks and stuff, but I made a previous video doing some upgrades to this bad boy. Let's go over the upgrades right now. We'll talk about the things I've ordered for this bike and why I'm here at the skate park testing out before we go to the trails. Alright, so this E-Bmx, if you guys haven't seen my previous videos, is a Mike Laird frame. I had this thing custom built probably like 2 years ago, and I wasn't using it for a while, so I worked with Paradox Kinetics to have this e-bike motor put on my mountain bike, and at the time I was like, yo, we should work together and try to put one on a BMX. So lo and behold, we have it here on the BMX, and since then I've been doing some upgrades. So the upgrades I've done are put on brakes and do suspension. Now, I did see some comments about the suspension setup that I'm running right now, and one of the comments actually gave me a suggestion on which fork to buy for a 20-inch. So I ended up buying that, and that should be here in, it says about 5 to 6 days. We'll see how that is with all, you know, the holidays going on. One thing I haven't been able to really figure out is I was gonna run a gyro setup on here instead of a straight cable. And the reason why I ran a straight cable versus a gyro is because every time I started to do a bar spin with a gyro, this throttle cable got stuck in the actual gyro itself, and I don't want that to happen. So like say I'm in mid bar spin, it would just get stuck like that and I would get owned. So now I can do a bar spin, spin it back, I'm good. I can do a tail whip and it's still just as good. The brakes work, I guess, as well as you would expect for front rims. So these rims I have on here are Alienation Skylark rims. Is front rim basically only. They don't really recommend them for rear. I've been running a brake on it and yeah, it's just wearing off the sticker, but working good so far. So in the meantime, while I'm getting a session right now, I want you to comment below if you guys have an e-bike and you have any suggestions for different parts I should probably put on this to try to make it more BMX friendly. At the end of the day, it could be a commuter bike. If you guys are looking to do your own, I guess, conversion for an e-bike, you guys can click the links in the description below. I have different motor configurations that are cheaper than this that you can go through, like different Bifang setups if you want to configure your own mountain bike or BMX bike to an e-bike. But yeah, we're at the skate park because I don't want to take this to the trail and get stranded out there with any issues. So if this bike has any issues, malfunctions, at least I'm somewhat close to home and not in the middle of a trail. So we're going to test out in some different obstacles today, make sure the suspension's working good, and then possibly next video, once this is all, I guess, fine-tuned, or we have the 20-inch fork on there, we're going to take it to a skills course at the local state park. So yeah, let's get started. I'll do a throttle manual wheelie through here, through the little gap.
12 o'clock, boys.
12 o'clock. Hopefully not 12 o'clock.
I want to see it like 12:35.
Touch my hand in the ground?
Yeah. My man's like at 8 o'clock.
We'll get a better one. Ah!
Not even close. Oh, he's going to the quarter. Nice.
Pop up here and nose mount 180 out.
Yeah, you can't like nose.
Huh?
What's it, nose case? What's when you come up?
Back wheel case?
Yeah, like when you case the front. You
Run into it?
basically, and I can make it up.
What's it called when you case the front?
Trick?
You run into it.
Is that not a trick where you bonk the front tire?
I don't want to call it. I don't even want to run. Why would I run my front wheel into something? One,
suspension.
One, it's a flat waiting to happen. Two, it's on the ground.
You got suspension.
I'll work with this.
And it's an e-bike.
I'll work with this.
He's not going to run the front wheel. The front wheel's not even going to touch. You should go on Amazon or the cheapest knobby tires for that.
Yeah, some people were commenting that like this is like fingers crossed BMX on steroids. It's getting there. I will try to look for those knobby tires though. They have like, I think they're like 20 by 4, 3 knobbies. They're basically like mountain bike knob tires.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think I should get it. I think I should call this like the E-Bmx. I mean, I'm not really stealing any ideas from them. Giving them credit right now.
You're borrowing an idea.
Borrowing, yeah, just borrowing
Give it back once we make it cooler.
Yeah, I'll let him ride my bike.
Yeah.
I also do want to add some like rear suspension. So what I might do is send this frame out to Laird to see if he can make, I don't know, like reconfigure this to be able to have a rear suspension setup in here. I'd like to have that. So I'd have to think about maybe getting a different battery or possibly making my own battery kit to where it can be a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to be as high of a voltage or even last as long. Because this, I mean, I think this lasts like 5 or 6 hours of continuous use. I only need it to last like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours max. So I want to try to get something that maybe just be in this front triangle area. And it'll kind of balance out the weight as well, because this is more centered, but the battery is what I need to worry about as we're going to the drawing board to be able to try to figure out something with this rear suspension. So see what other tricks we can get in the meantime.
Okay.
All right, so I'm glad I brought it to the skate park because now I can definitely tell this suspension is not really doing its job here at the skate park, which means it won't do its job on the real mountain bike trail skills course. So I'm gonna give it a couple days. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna give it a couple days before the new forks come in, do an install video for that, take it to the skills course, see what type of cool stuff we can get done on it. If you guys have any suggestions for different ways I can do these brakes and throttle assembly, put them in the comments below. If you want to see other things on this bike, that I haven't really covered yet, put those in the comments as well. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one.